Welcome back. White Monster Podcast, episode 11, brought to you at 7 p.m. So we've made a substitute with the Monster Water. Thank you very much, Monster, for keeping me caffeinated and hydrated.
Yeah, fuck. I already wake up every day at 3 a.m., so I couldn't really risk that for the pod today. But shout out to the guy who got us the Monster's water. That's just a whole new level of fucking dirtbag, to be honest, bro.
Yeah, the looks I get when I carry this around the gym is hilarious.
It's fucking wild. It's kind of fucking sick. Yeah, episode 11. The boys back, dude.
The boys are back together, finally.
The boys are back together. But more importantly, the boy.
I'm back.
Goes over the fucking ocean. Takes what's his. Big fucking mission.
Had to reclaim my land.
Dude, you did. The only guy to win ADCC trials in 2024 to not get invited to the Australian team. I'm just going to say that. Kennard, Levi, also all of them are great. Kennard's the nicest guy I've ever seen. I don't know Levi. I don't really know Kennard. I just talked to him on Instagram. But
both of them are diamonds.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Got a lot of time for both those boys.
I'm not taking anything away from them, but the boy was mad. I was like, what the fuck, dude? You got to...
It felt like I was like an ugly stepsister because I was fucking valid for 3 teams, you know? A B team, I got a European passport and an Australian passport, and they're all like, nah, fuck him.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was honestly probably turned out for the best. I got to fly over and then put on a decent performance, so can't be too mad, but...
I mean, decent's a fucking... I mean, obviously, I'm fucking biased. People listen to this, but like, oh, whatever, dude. But fucking... You looked fucking stellar. It's the best you've looked.
Yeah, it was definitely my best performance ever, you know? I think maybe I should be pissed off for all my performances.
Yeah, I mean, your mindset going in just taught... I mean, I'm not going to say everything you said to me, but the mindset going in was definitely like saying a man on the... Like, it was getting me fucking amped up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those ones. I've been saying it like all year. It's like, be undeniable. It's like... It's the new slogan, all right? So I think that was the best representation of that. Like, I would not be denied this spot in this event, no matter what they threw at me, by the way. On the day, the rules changed on me, and it was crazy. I didn't know it. I was out the back after I'd submitted the 3 guys, and then someone came back and was like, oh, if you lose all your points. And I was like... They put me with a dangerous leg locker last. And I was like, suspicious. But it is what it is. The spot on the team has been earned. And then, so it was a funny event. It was like, definitely impressed me, the caliber of Jiu-jitsu in Australia. The 16-man tournament was unbelievable. The guys that were in there were like so good. And then the 6-man was definitely the highest quality tournament we've had for a while. Shame for we didn't have Nico in there and we didn't have Saunders. I don't know what. I imagine it's the beef with Craig, but I don't know. Josh has his own businesses and stuff going on also, so he's a busy man, whether that's a factor also.
I heard he was injured, but...
That's also possibly a factor because I think having a guy that size would have been a massive benefit to the team. And Nico's a monster too. Good luck, Nico, this weekend at Worlds.
He's doing gi Worlds?
Yeah, that's why he didn't do the trials, because he was focused on the gi. But he's the man. Big love to Nico. So shout out. Hope he wins it, you know? Hope he wins double gold. He's the man.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster. I remember I was at Purple Belt Pans in the gi. And... I was just watching because I got kicked out, and then I was just watching, and I just remember seeing that Nico guy. I think he double golded.
Yeah, he won basically everything.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I kept seeing him at these majors, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then I didn't know. I saw I got a black belt, and then I never heard anything of him. And then he's just kind of back up on the fucking thing right now. So I think he just went home, and I just didn't pay attention. But he's a fucking monster. So
then he smoked me.
Whatever.
He's the man. I know Nico for a very long time too. We trained together a lot, and I'm wishing him all the success in the world. So that was the trials. Sort of, we'll break it down a little bit further. My first match Kaya, obviously trained with Kaya a lot. Trained with Kaya the week prior in Bali. So we were sort of training together to try and take the 2 spots out together. That was the goal. And I think that's why they put us first, to avoid any sort of like match fixing if we were at the end, you know. So I think that was smart on Lockie. Not that we would have done that. But, yeah, I think that was the plan. And then Kaya, I knew Kaya would probably be the hardest guy to submit in there just because he's so crafty, he's flexible. So the goal was to like tire him out with guard passing and then try and submit him later in the round. But squirmy fuck.
Yeah, he's super fucking... He's so flexible for being that fucking big. He's hard... Like, you can't fucking really leg lock him unless you absolutely, like...
Yeah, his foot turns the whole way around.
It's fucked. And then he's hard to choke, too. He's got good back defense. Like,
yeah, he's hard to attack his back.
Yeah, he's fucking good. But, dude, I was fucking stoked. I mean, obviously, Kaya's the boy, too. Like, we're all fucking buddies with him. Shout out to Kaya. I think he just got his black belt.
Yes, congratulations, Kaya.
Yeah.
Got his black belt from Lockie Giles and his dad.
Fuck, Kaya's dad trained?
Yeah, he's the man, too. He's really good.
Oh, shit.
Also, great dude.
Fuck yeah. Well, yeah, shout out to Kaya. I mean, I was just wanting anyone... Kenta was the fucking underdog.
Yeah, looking at how Kenta started that tournament, it's hard to deny that he was probably the favourite in the 16-man after those first 2 rounds.
I mean, 2 scraps, 2 subs.
And, like, good guys. Also, shout out Siraj, what a man. He knows why. He's the man. Yeah, and then Kenta fought Big Duke in the first round. Duke's massive. He's an absolute monster. He didn't face Kenta at all.
The only guys I really I'm familiar with, because obviously I'm not over in that part of the fucking world. I was familiar with Bob Frias.
Yeah, he won trials at 88 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he's the guy with the Brazilian-Australian accent, right?
Yeah, he's got
that goes in and out. It's the craziest shit I've ever fucking heard.
He's got an amalgamation accent for sure.
It's fucking wild. I was familiar with him. Obviously, Kit Dale was before my time training, so I've never seen him do anything.
Kit is the man. Kit, I wanted to dedicate a whole portion of this podcast to Kit's performance. Like,
it was crazy. I was unaware of Kit Dale. I just knew of Kit Dale as the guy who was like, drilling's fucking gay and just spar.
The original eco guy.
Bro, and you literally would just show my coach, like, do you know who Kit Dale is? Apparently he just doesn't, because I hated drilling. Because like everyone does it white and blue belt. And I was like, look at this guy. He fucking did it. But I never saw him compete. I never watched him. And then I heard he was in a tournament. I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
yeah, last minute replacement for the 16-man to make it into the 6-man. Wins the 16-man, beats all of these guys that have been competing recently. Like, just like constant pressure passing and like good wrestling. And then gets through to the 6-man. And, like, unfortunately doesn't get the subs, which was the rule set, was most submissions. But in my opinion, he won every other match except the one that we had, you know? Like, I think he passed everyone's guard except him and Bob wrestled the whole time, I believe. But, yeah, unreal.
Yeah, it's great. How old is Kit Dale?
Like 39, I believe.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
He did that whole tournament and then flew out to LA the next day. And I was like, that must be the most fucking sore flight a human being's ever done.
Yeah. Why is he in LA?
I believe he lives out there. He's in movies and stuff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He's a Twitch streamer, can do it all.
Fuck.
Funny guy. Nice guy. It was a pretty cool experience for me. When I started competing in Adelaide, there was a tournament called the Synergy Pro, and it was like... Kit came over as a brown belt, and I was like a yellow belt. I'm doing the kids division. I'm watching Kit Dale because that was the highest rank we had. Was like this brown belt match, super fight. They like stopped the event to everyone watch it, and Kit just blitzes everyone. And I was like, wow, I want to be that guy one day. Yeah. And then like all those years later to have a match with him, and like it was cool. Got to speak to him after and just tell him like what an honor that was, you know.
Yeah.
So second match I had. Alibi, Kazakhstan, came second at under 99 trials in Thailand. Just hand fighting, and I hit him with an arm drag off the pop, and he escaped, and then shot the single, ran me up the wall, and I hit him with another arm drag. Shout out Joseph Chen and Miles. Miles and I worked that sort of style of arm drag for the MMA guys a long time ago, and then added the Joseph Chen details on the arm drag to take.
That was probably the slickest move of the tournament.
Yeah, it looked good because of the wall, I think, you know?
I mean, regardless, it looked fucking sick. I mean, yeah, obviously, like, the wall makes everything cooler. At this point, I think everyone should just adopt the wall. It solves so many fucking problems. But regardless of that, the arm drag was the sickest part of the fucking.
No,
It's probably the sickest move.
Thank you.
Again, biased.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Into that. And then I had the Kit match. It was cool. Kit probably has the best hand fighting in that tournament for me. You know, it was nice to exchange with Kit in the hand fighting where he was strongest. And hard man to choke. It took me a while.
Yeah. He looks like he's built like a fucking.
Yeah, he's strong as an ox, for sure.
Looks like
And, like, I think Kit is
he's got to be a
probably
freak.
the smartest grappler. You know?
Really?
The way he plays is so intelligent. He's downloading the whole time.
I didn't know if he was just like a freak.
I mean, he's a decent athlete as well, but
Yeah.
I think he's cerebral, you know.
Oh, okay.
Fourth match had Bob Frias. We wrestled for a little bit, and then I could feel like in the wrestling was probably just going to be fatiguing, hard to submit Bob. So I ended up pulling, entangling him, and I thought about coming up, but I re-entangled him in the 50, and he took a look at a toe hold on me, but left his own heel exposed. It's something, obviously, I'm used to training with Nick Rod, so I don't put my foot too in danger. I always cognizant of it, so I felt pretty comfortable there. Caught the heel and tapped him in the exchange. And then last round I had Bilal. Before this tournament, Bilal wasn't overly well known, but Lockie Giles had a lot of faith in him. So Lockie Giles knows exactly what he's talking about in jiu-jitsu, so it's hard to argue with him if he's putting him in the tournament. Definitely, like, people were complaining that he wasn't credentialed, but I think he showed that he didn't need to be. He tapped Alibi. He had very close matches with the rest of the guys, so it's like hard to argue. Had my match with him. I think he sort of had figured out where he needed to be to make the spot. So we started exchanging at the beginning of the match. I passed, and then he shelled up knowing he just needed to not get submitted to make the team.
Yeah, I didn't know. No, I mean, I guess you can't really. You can't call stalling on a guy who's in bottom mount.
It's hard. It's definitely.
It's like,
difficult.
what do you want him to do? Like, he's in bottom mount. But the whole time I was like, man, you could just sit there with your hands on his hips. I mean, no offense to that guy. I get it. Like, I would have done the same thing. But
he's very good and a very nice guy.
I wanted to see another sub.
Yeah.
I wanted Kai to get in. Again, no offense to that guy. I just know Kai. I don't know you. But, but fuck. Yeah, dude, it was fucking sick. It was like the middle of the... I felt like I was in Australia for it. I was getting messages from fucking Clayton and fucking Harry. Oh, yeah, shout out Milazzo for the tees, dude.
Oh, yeah.
The
if
big
you haven't
guy.
Seen the Wine Monster tees, they're courtesy of Harry Milazzo. Shout out the boy.
Yeah, we couldn't both wear them at the same time, so I'll remind on another episode. If we wear them at the same time walking up and down the street of Austin, Texas, it looks like we're starting a club that probably isn't the biggest. You know, probably don't want that out there, but shout out to Milazzo. But yeah, I was getting messages like, it was like fucking 2 a.m. here, and I'm watching it, and I was just messaging like Milazzo back and like Jamie and Clayton and all the guys that you train with, being like, you see this, you see that? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, fuck, the boys are fired up.
Yeah, the M16 boys were ready to go, you know.
Oh yeah, thanks Miles for the fucking t-shirt too. What a fucking beauty.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the fucking man.
He is the man.
But yeah, dude, so that was sick. That was, I mean, everyone in the house, me and Emily were fucking stoked. We were fucking, she like woke up, she's like, why are you yelling at 3 a.m.? And I was like, Declan just fucking won. And she's like, okay. I was about to get yelled at because I woke her up in the middle of the night, and then she found out. She's like, oh, good for him. And I was like, hell yeah, lady.
Yeah, that's sick. It's
just
good,
fucking
good to be
losing.
home for a little bit too. To see everyone, see the M16 boys, see my family.
Yeah, and then your speech at the end, I saw, dude, I was worried. At the end when you grab the mic from, who's the little guy who thinks he's on Pride?
Oh, yeah, Zach. Zach put on a hell of a performance for the trials.
Yeah. I mean, didn't know who he was before. I know now. I'll say that. But when you went over to him and grabbed the mic, I was like, oh no. I was like, what is he going to say?
He's going to cancel himself.
I was like, what the fuck is he going to do? But no, it actually turned out to be a very heartwarming fucking...
Yeah.
I mean, just a good speech. Just a good guy. But
for those who don't know, unfortunately, I'm flying back from Bali camp to Adelaide, and I get a text message from Miles, and he's like, "Did you hear what happened?" And two young men from Adelaide passed away in a car accident, and one I was particularly close to, Luke Marco. He for me, and like it's funny, I got to go back through like my text messages and read some things, and it's like it was like me talking about how I can't wait to retire when he in a couple of years when he starts beating me. I was like, then I could leave Adelaide to someone, you know. So he was going to be the guy sort of to take over from me for sure, and unfortunately passed away in a car accident. And the day I got there, and I was like, he actually was supposed to fill in one of the spots in the 16-man, so I just wanted to dedicate that one to Luke. And I think, you know, putting on a performance like that meant a lot to me to dedicate that to him, because I know he was a big supporter of mine, you know.
Yeah.
And then that just want to like wish his family all the best, you know. I got to see his mum. His mum had done privates and stuff with me before, so to see her and just wish her well and to give her a hug, you know, was nice to be home for that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's even just knowing someone who's that young and that happens to them is tough. But for it to be your fucking kid, it's like, Jesus Christ.
He's a guy, like, you know, whenever someone passes away, it's like, oh, that guy was the nicest guy. This kid was the nicest kid. To the point where guys that he competed against drove 8 hours to come to his funeral, you know?
That's nuts.
Like, he was that good of a kid, you know?
Fuck.
And don't want to, like, make this podcast drab the whole time, but, yeah, he was a super special kid.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not a drag. I mean, we just come in here and we talk about what's going on. It's a pretty fucking important thing. I mean, I'm the one who brought it up. I just thought, I don't know. I don't know any of these guys, but I know my whole Instagram was, I know you sent us a message about it when you got there, and then all the people I follow on Australia, it seems like they were talking about it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, any community, like, it's tough when something like that happens, so.
Yeah, it was tough for everyone.
But it was definitely cool that, like, you brought, I think it definitely shows a lot of character and shit. Again, fucking, what the fuck does Owen always say? Fucking glazing or whatever the fuck. But it's the biggest thing that was happening that weekend in Australia, and arguably one of the biggest things that have happened in Australian grappling is Australia having a team and then putting on their own trials with the best athletes and the caliber of athletes you guys have now. Like, I remember when I started, I was always like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, oh, he's a guy who won Oceania trials. He's going to be the bottom of the...
Yeah.
He's going to be the bottom seed. And now you guys, like, have a fucking team, and, like, you guys got some crazy guys. But what I'm getting at is, like, the biggest weekend for, like, jiu-jitsu, right? And it was, unfortunately, the same time around this kid. But it was nice that you were able to, like, bring it back to, like, hey, like, this is a big deal, but I would like to shout this out to someone who is a big part of the community. And
yeah, I think that's way more important than any tournament victory, for sure, you know? For
sure, and I think that, like, brings everyone's, like, you know what I mean, back to fucking planet Earth for a second. So.
Yeah, that was for me, like, a big, like, oh shit. It was like I was flying back to these trials that I was like had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder about, and then that happened, and I was like, man, I'm lucky just to be doing these sort of things, you know?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. You did give me a fucking heart attack when I saw how urgent you grabbed that fucking microphone. I was like, oh, here he goes. I thought it was just going to be middle fingers up. Get fucked this, fuck that. But instead it was, guy's a good guy. I was like, there you go. I got
a few sides to me, you know?
Yeah, it's true. I was
big
like,
softy, really.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I was like sitting there. I was like, no. And Emily was like, what? And I was like, I think he's about to go off. And then you said it. I was like, nah. Big fucking soft piece of shit, dude. But, other than that, I mean, so you took off here. You went to the Bali camp.
Yeah, Bali was nice. I got to spend a lot of good time training with the Alion team. They put on a good camp. Learned a lot from guys like Kynan. Got to scrap with Hulk. And Aljamain Sterling taught some good wall rest and stuff, which is cool. Gab Souza was there teaching a lot of stuff. Nadia ran one of the best classes, I think. Nadia is an Australian woman, world champion. She's exceptional athlete, young lady. She's very good. And then, I got to spend a lot of time with my lady in Bali, so that was nice. Nice to relax before the craziness. And then got home, did the trials, was in hospital, got staffed up. Lovely.
The big thing about this trip was obviously do the trials, but it was to make some cash.
Yeah.
And then you got fucking sidelined. The trip was, if you actually, like, we were talking about it the other day, like at dinner, but like the trip was kind of a fucking shit show. Like it was good, but it was like,
yeah, it was wild.
like you got there, it was cool, and then all of a sudden it was like, Luke passed, and then like you had to do the trials, and then you had fucking staff, and you got hospitalized, and it like took a lot of fucking seminars from you. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it all sort of went tits up. So I'll be back in Australia shortly to do all the seminars that sort of got pushed back because I never want to cancel on anyone, you know. It's not what I want. But after that, went to Hong Kong. Thanks to Jiu-jitsu Doesn't Work and Tempo Jiu-jitsu, they had myself and Joseph out there. So spending 2 days with Joseph, leveled up again. He's the man. All the guys out in Hong Kong were super cool. It's like it's a wild city. It's like almost like because they were occupied by the British for so long. It's got a lot of like Western culture mixed with Asian culture. It's like was the biggest port that side of the world for a very long time. So it's like a wild place, but it's pretty sick. Everyone over there was super cool. Got me and Joe singing karaoke.
Bro, I was so fucking jealous. I mean, like, yeah, training with Joe is cool, but when I woke up and I saw the videos of you two fucking ripping karaoke, I was like, fuck.
Joe can sing, I can't. So
no, he can't.
Joe in Cantonese, which he doesn't even speak. He speaks Mandarin, but he's got a few Cantonese songs, which is what the local dialect in Hong Kong is. So they were losing it. I dropped a little bit of Whitney Houston on him.
Fuck yeah,
just
dude.
Educate the people, you know.
Gotta let him know which one.
The one, brother.
I Have Nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That's definitely the pre-tournament song.
Yeah.
Declan has been kind enough to fucking drive all over America watching me do opens and shit the bed or have a good day. And every time we're just blaring fucking Madonna and Whitney Houston. It's a great fucking time.
It goes from that to Parkway Drive real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, the day you competed, it went there really quick.
Yeah, and then back here for Who's Number One. Got
fuck, we can talk about that.
Yeah, got Felipe Andrew. So the runner-up of the initial CGI over 80.
Yeah.
Flo only want me to fight guys named Felipe. I don't know if that's deliberate, but we're 3 for 3 on Felipe's now, so I don't know which Felipe's next, but you can all get it.
This is the fucking tiebreaker. Hopefully this guy doesn't have a good at guillotine. Fuck, we have a way out, dude.
Well, he's known for his triangles and his ankle locks. Maybe he's switching the whole camp to just grab my head.
Oh my god! I mean, wouldn't you if you watched the fucking?
I mean, yeah.
No, fuck. I mean, I think it's a bad day for this fucking guy.
Let's hope so.
100%.
Putting it in, you know. So
your guard passing right now is so fucking. When you left, I was like here, and I was like, just watching so much tape, doing so much shit. I was like, I'm gonna be. When he comes back, dude, I'm getting so crabby. I'm gonna fight, even though you taught me most of the crab shit. But I was like, dude, he's not gonna be able to pass. I'm getting used to these guard passing rounds. I'm like, fuck, I have sick retention. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It got fucking worse. I was like, did I just get worse over 4 fucking weeks? What the fuck is going on?
I had 2 days with Joe Chen, you know?
It's
like the hyperbolic time chamber, dude.
Ugh. I have a job. I can't have 2 days with Joe Chen. It takes me 2 fucking days to fucking fly there.
Yeah, it took me 2 days to fly back.
Yeah, but that's my 2 days off a week. I can't fucking do it. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he comes back and you're also not here. And then I can level up.
You can steal him.
No, it's going to take fucking years. You're just too fucked. Your guard passing is just ridiculous.
No, thank you. Yeah. DVD coming very soon. Thankfully, the trials gave me a bunch of footage to work in for my DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're back. Everyone's together. Nicky Ryan's taking over the sessions mostly for like sideline coaching, sort of taking over where Dima left off, which is cool. It's a different look, you know, giving some different instructions. I think they're trying to mix in some more of those games. the like ecological style stuff with some more like technique stuff, a little bit of a mixed training. So it's a different room now than it was, like in terms of training style. For a little bit there, it got like, we sort of drill and then we just scrap. And then Demo sort of came in and systemized the week with like the heart rate sort of days and then like coaching. And now I think people are sort of used to the systemized days, so they do their own sort of harder and lighter days. But now we've got like sideline coaches like Nikki, and because Damien's not grappling at the moment, he's also having a lot of input in the guys too, which is cool to have a couple of different eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, they're really working on like passing and shit.
Yeah.
Me and Ben are like, what the fuck?
There's no love at B team for anyone who plays guard. That's for sure.
No.
You gotta be wrestling and passing. Wojcik's the guard guy.
No, they give Wojcik some specific guard rounds, I think, right now.
Okay.
I think, but
yeah. Also want to talk about the European CJR trials.
I forgot about them already. How bad is that?
It was fucking insane.
It looked
Faradinho, you're a madman. I loved it. I loved every second. It was fucking crazy. The second he walked out with the dancers, and like, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then all of a sudden they're scrapping on the couches and the walls. Linus and the guy he fought, I thought they were going to die. I'm pretty sure one of their head banged off a coat hanger. I was like, holy shit. The police come in here. It's just guys scrapping, beer flying off the fucking roof. And then like people just bleeding everywhere. I was like, this should be illegal. I don't know how. There's definitely no sanctioning body. CGI definitely not a sanctioning body. Craig's up there. God knows how high he was. Just fucking watching these guys scrap. Seth's there. I imagine just sweating, thinking of how liable he's going to be.
Oh, bro. It was fucking sick. I mean, the best thing about the whole trials, and like, I don't know Ferris, right?
Yeah.
I don't know him. Seems like a fucking beauty. Owen was showing me videos of fucking him going off, and he seems like a hilarious fucking guy. But the best part about it is I went on to the live stream, and it was after Pierman beat Bennett. Shout out to Pierman. Fuck yeah. Shout out to Pierman. It was after Pierman beat Bennett, and they're going around the camera, and they're like, oh, Anthony Horta. And they're like, oh, Horta, what's up? What do you think? And Horta was trying to be professional because Horta's a man of Harvard, and he's like trying to be fucking a businessman. He's like, oh, yeah, it's great. It's great. Dude, I'm fucked up. I don't know. I was just like, yeah. I just typed in the chat. I've never typed in a live chat ever in my life, and I just put in Horta's the fucking man.
I did exactly the same thing. I was like, never typing these sort of things. And as soon as Horta said that, I was like, Horta's my fucking hero. The
whole reaction, he was like, you could see him trying to get it together. He's like, yeah, no, it's really good. Ferris is doing a great job. Dude, I'm fucked up, bro. I was just like, yes.
Owen's just running around. He's got tequila going. They had the big guy from Germany who's blowing up right now. I can't pronounce.
Oh, the Neanderthal guy?
Yeah, he's been around forever. You know, Linus actually styled on him once.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Paul Linus had a super fight, but, he would have been a great match with, like, Ardilla or someone, in that 88 bracket.
Yeah.
Or even put him with the big boys. Linus don't mind scrapping with the big fucks.
He's strong as fuck.
Yeah. The trials, poor Taylor. Taylor got shafted.
Taylor didn't get fucked.
My boy.
The trials were sick, and I'm not talking any shit about it. But I felt bad when they're like, ADCC rules. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was like, Paul Ardilla, the world's most handsome man in grappling, lawyer, also collegiate wrestler, I believe.
Did he?
I think he wrestled to A level.
Huh.
Because I don't know if you've seen his trials runs. I studied him a lot because obviously we were the same division for a long time, and actually ended up having a match. But everyone's like, "Oh, Paul Ardilla's leg locks, this." If someone was not engaging with Paul, he would just stand up and blast double them, and it's like, he could do it all.
That's a good fucking ace to have in the back pocket.
Yeah, that's the attorney I need. If shit goes south, Paul, I'm calling you,
bro. Paul obviously doesn't listen to this because he's too fucking smart. But he's gotten love a lot on the podcast.
Yeah, we talk about him a lot.
Yeah, I think I've called him handsome like 3 times. He's like, who the fuck's this weird little prick? Fucking
Open invite for this podcast, Paul.
100%. 100%. It was funny. Wojcik told us last time that he was carrying. He's like, I was walking around with Paul because he like let me stay with him in Atlanta, and we like had to stop at his office. He's like, oh, can you hold these books for me real quick? And I was like, what the fuck? You're a little law assistant for the afternoon, Woj?
Yeah, but when Woj does it, it looks like he's an assistant. When I'm doing it, it looks like my court files, and Paul's walking me to the courtroom. You know,
that is fucking true. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Paul. That was cool.
Yeah, wins his spot.
Pavel.
The trials.
Pavel's in.
Pavel. Yeah. Pavel's sick, man. It's like, obviously he's Mateus rates him, and if Mateus is as sick as he is, then he rates Pavel. There's obviously something to the kid. We've seen him have a bunch of success. IBJJF.
Yeah. I didn't know who he was until I competed against him.
Yeah.
Then I saw him at every major, and he just subbed everybody. And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I signed up for your division. This is great. This is fucking good. But that podium picture will fucking age well.
Gracefully.
Me, him, and Marlon. Fucking let's go.
And he did 77, and normally he does like middle heavy, hey?
Yeah, he does medium heavy. I don't know if he cuts for medium heavy.
Just walks
I'll
around.
tell you one thing. Hard guy to fucking joke around with. I was trying to make a couple jokes with them in the bullpen.
Not happening.
No, they look at him like, get the fuck
What's his
up.
English like?
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I just know him and Marlon didn't talk much. But then Marlon talked to me at the next time. He's like, how did you do? I was like, not good. He was like,
I think, like, guys from that region of the world, you know, you got to work your way in. If you can make him laugh, you're in, you know? Like, you got to put some work in to get there.
I took a couple fucking shots.
Yeah.
0. The Scottish guy next to me was, like, laughing. But the other fucking guy...
They get it, you know?
Yeah, like, I forget what I said. I like, hopped up there. I was like, fuck, bronze is good enough, huh, boys? Go have a fucking cigarette or what? They were like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, just not. They're like, absolute. I was like, not me. I'm going to a fucking croissant, baby. Fuck you.
Yeah, so the Euro team, Owen, 66.
Sick.
Pavel, 77.
Sick.
Ardilla, 88.
Also sick.
99 is Marcin,
Big Polish dude.
guy. Sorry, no. 99, although Marcin competes under 99 and won trials ADCC under 99, he's actually over 99. Charles Negromonte is under 99.
Forgot about him. Do you know Charles beat Craig?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Charles has beaten everyone. Charles is sick.
Fuck yeah, he gives me hope. He's like 38, isn't he?
Oh, I don't think so. Is he?
Someone the other day told me he was like 38 years old.
Nah, I don't think so.
Never mind. Take it back.
Wow.
It's hard to tell in this fucking sport. Everyone looks old as shit.
Don't look at me when you say that.
Actually, you look a lot younger.
I'm skinny.
You came back from the fucking trip. You look your age.
Yeah.
ADCC camp. You look.
I need some
Bro, Emily
some
was
UV.
Emily was fucking trying to figure out what was wrong with you half that camp. She's like, hey, is your friend going to die?
When we're in HEB and we're doing the free blood pressure test, we're like, Declan's got a pop.
Oh, she was so concerned. Every night she'd be like, hey, like, I'm not trying to be overbearing, but, like, I think your friend, like, these don't sound good. And
who'd have thought a guy that competed at 73 kilos for most of his life shouldn't be 110 kilos? You know? Carbo bobs every day, just plowing food and calories, you know, eating good.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that would have had an effect?
Yeah, sunlight, lifting, and Cabo Bobs.
I think maybe the week in Bali lowered my age too. Just living.
I think you're just a lot happier now. Too.
Living on the beach, you know? Sick.
I mean, yeah. I mean, life's pretty fucking good. Had a good time.
Yeah, can't complain.
But yeah, so Europe team's made.
Oh yeah, Australia is Fabricio Andre, which is a wild card.
He might be the best wild card pickup.
He's the best 66 pickup. I did think it was odd for us knowing Josh was out because he's obviously the best guy of over 99 in Asia. He's fucking massive, and he came fourth at ADCC.
Yeah.
So fair. I thought with him out, we would pick an over 99 guy. Mm-hmm. Because although I believe I'm the now over 99 guy, I got to confirm that. But I do believe I'm the over and Bilal is under.
You're smaller than Bilal.
Yeah, I'm all hips, you know?
Oh.
I think he's like 95 kilos. I was
okay.
97 on the day. But, yeah, the fact that we didn't go an over guy was a strange thought in my opinion. But then when they picked a 66er and they picked Fabricio Andre, I was like, that is the best 66er you can pick. He is the best small guy at fighting big guys. Yeah. Because he may be 66 the day we weigh in, but he might be 85 kilos the next day.
Not even that. Just watching we talked about this the last time, but watching the Polaris thing.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Like, he had a pretty good match with Giancarlo.
He beat Giancarlo.
Yeah, what the fuck am I talking about?
He beat Owen Livesley, Giancarlo, and had a good match with Kynan.
I think he beats... Bro. He's going to beat a lot of fucking guys.
Yeah.
I was saying in here,
He can take all the big boys, and I'll stick to the 66ers.
Yeah, you guys can just trade.
Yeah, we'll switch it out.
Bro, I was saying, you know what would be a fucking entertaining match? Would be Fabricio. I mean, obviously I love the big guy, but like Fabricio Andre and Nick Rod.
Just scrap it.
They would just scrap.
Yeah. Fabricio Andre had a match with Victor. That was cool. ADCC in the Absolute.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
He's kind of the man.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's fucking cool.
I think he has to be a cool hang. He seems cool.
I don't know. He does the kick thing before he competes. It could be either way.
Yeah, but Roberto Satoshi, Professor Roberto Satoshi, guy who gave me my black belt, used to do the charge up, and it's sick.
All right, never mind. I take it back.
Yeah, and he had the blonde hair.
That's our
too,
professor
so
now.
he looked like a Super Saiyan when he did it. And he's just got fucking 12 back and just jacked. He's just...
That's pretty sick. That's fucking sick.
Fucking awesome.
But yeah, I think you guys have like one of the best pickups.
Yeah, for that. And then Levi 77.
Fucking sick.
One of the top 77 guys in the world, like undeniably top 3.
And then what the fuck are the other teams? Where are the Rotolos going? Team Atos? Is that a team?
I don't think Atos have revealed their team. They do have a team, but I don't
It's
think
going to be
they've
them,
revealed
77-88.
That would make sense.
Who the fuck else would it be?
Yeah, you would put those guys.
And Kynan.
In, yeah, Kynan
And Felipe.
They announced Felipe is their over.
Yeah, so
which
Kynan
makes sense because he's trained a lot with those guys and they're tight with those guys.
Felipe, Kynan, Ty, Cade, and then there's 66. Who the fuck's a good 66 there?
I'm not
Pinheiro or whatever.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Whatever the fuck.
He's tough 66er, but Atos is definitely stacked in those higher brackets.
They're gonna be fucking. That's a
tough team for anyone.
That is a good team.
You know,
New Wave's a fucking. Good
New
team.
Wave's a good team. They're all good teams. Is a problem.
They're all fucking sick teams.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear.
But Gordon's not doing
who
it. Right?
the Americas pick? No.
What do you mean the Americas?
The Americas Misfit team.
There's an American Misfit team.
Yeah, all the regions get one.
What the fuck? Is it North America?
I don't know if they're split or together, but I believe it might be split.
Fuck. Team Canada, dude?
Jake McKenzie, 77.
Jake McKenzie. Fuck, dude. We got to get Jake McKenzie on the fucking pod.
Yeah, Jake, please.
That guy's would be an honor. Fucking man, dude.
Yes.
Have we talked about Jake on here yet?
I don't know. Jake McKenzie handed me my largest points deficit defeat ever.
And then was the nicest guy of all time probably after.
Yeah. I got to talk to him, and I was like, man, you're the best.
Bro. I met him one fucking time. Like one time. And then I was walking around at Worlds, and there's a group of people trying to talk to him. And I walked by, and I was like, I met this guy once. He's not going to remember who the fuck I am. And I was like a purple belt or a blue belt. And I walked by, and I hear him go, hey, Austin. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, you're going to say hi to me? You're too cool? And I was like, well, no, there's a bunch of people here. And he's like, what's up? And then he went through my match and told me what I should do differently. He's like, yeah, just hit me up if you ever have questions. I was like, what the fuck? And then I came home one time, and he was like, man, you're at B team? I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, like, he's like, yeah, like, I know, like, Declan. I know some of these guys. He's like, show me some of this, like, body lock passing. Like, show me some of this. I was like, why are you asking me questions? It's like, you're like the most winningest fucking Canadian.
Yeah.
Of all time. But he's just a great fucking dude.
Yeah. One of the nicest guys I've ever come across.
Yeah.
Huge fan of everything that guy does.
It'd be sick to get him to come train at B team.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake, come out, please.
He just started a school. He's got kids and stuff. It'd be tough, fucking tough.
Go on a holiday. You know, you've earned it.
Dude, we go to Halifax? The White Monster on the road?
Yeah.
I think it's in Halifax.
Definitely. Canada 2026.
We are going to Canada 2026.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I got to line that up. I got to convince the wife that we're going to do a fucking seminar the week of our wedding. But
It's like I said, it's sometimes better to ask for forgiveness rather than permission, you know?
yeah, because I want to do like a camp. I mean, there's some fucking. I mean, no offense to the guy. I'm not talking. I say things and I sound so fucking cunty when I say it. There's some fucking guy. There's a guy who does these like camps back home, and like he gets like a lot of Canadian grapplers and like brings in like Taza, and he does like these super camps in Banff. And then I was looking at it the one day, and I was basically just looking. I just do what every other jiu-jitsu athlete does, and I look at someone else's business model, and what they've done, and I just steal it, right? Like everyone else does in this fucking thing. And I was like, I know a lot of good guys. And I'm from there. I could just bring the boys to Banff and charge everybody a fucking little ticket. Fucking come see the boys.
Here's a question for you. You got to pick a CGI team for Canada. Go.
I don't know. Canada?
Yeah.
Ethan.
Only Canadian guys.
Ethan.
Good pick.
Ethan's number one.
Yeah. Ethan 66, 77. You going Tazo or you going the legend?
Jake.
Yeah.
I'm going Jake. If Jake wanted it out of retirement. Actually, can you make Jake captain?
Oh, that's a great shout. Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, then I'd go Jake captain.
Yeah.
Because unless Jake was like, put me in. And then it's like, hey, you get to pick.
He can be player coach, you know?
Player coach would be sick. But obviously, if not, no, Taza would be 77. Dante.
Great shout. I forget.
Dante would be 77.
Shout out to Taza, though.
And if Dante
Good
couldn't
stuff.
come, I'd bring Pio.
Wow.
I just don't know Taza.
Wow. Austin's calling out Taza right here. For sure.
I'm not. I don't know the fucking
Why are you
guy.
throwing shade at my boy Taza?
I
I don't know
don't,
Taza either, but
He might be cool. I just gotta throw love to the fucking. My team would be made off homies. I'd be like, this guy's sick. Put him
Pio's
on.
the man.
Pio's
Shout
the
out
man.
Pio for doing the pod. I wish I was here. I miss that guy. He's good.
I'm trying to think of good 88s in Canada. I mean, Harrison Woods is a fucking motherfucker, but I think he's doing MMA. Harrison Woods might take the 88 spot.
He's tough as shit.
He beat Jacob Couch,
He is tough as shit.
and like he fucking
Him and Joe scrapped.
yeah, Joe broke him. And then broke him again. It was crazy. But I think Harrison would have to take the 88 spot. He's fucking tough as nails. And then when you get higher, it's hard. We don't have that many. I mean, is Brandon Reed a fucking Canadian now? He lives there.
You wouldn't take Big Javad?
He's not Canadian.
He lives there.
Yeah, but I think he's Iranian.
Claim him.
Watch, he's going to like listen. Javon doesn't listen to this. He's going to listen to him. He's like, brother. Brother, what do you mean? Do you forget? I mean, yeah, if Javad has his Canadian fucking citizenship, then I guess, yeah, we'd throw Javad on for the bigger. For
They
the
gave
plus.
Charles the pass because he lives in the UK. You know?
Yeah, and then minus 99, I mean, throw me in there? Fuck it. No. I'm small for minus 99. And there's probably better. I don't know who else is minus 99 who's sick in Canada.
Yeah. That's a funny division because guys tend to be... 77, 88 is like your normal sized guys. 66 are your guys on the smaller side. And then the Giants are all over 99. So that minus 99 tends to be a little bit of a funny division.
Yeah, if I could just man up and fucking inject things, I would like to go up to 99, but I'm just such a fucking baby and I won't fucking do it.
Super juice.
I think that's the path, is if I got to 220 or 215 even.
The frames would be unbelievable.
I'd just be strong as fuck. And I think I'm, maybe not, but I feel like it'd be easier to break into the top 15, but then super hard to break into the top 10.
Yeah, the thing at 99 is like maybe the bottom is thinner, but the top is tough.
It's so deep.
The top
It's
is
so
tough.
fucking deep. But no, Canada, yeah, that would probably be it. Jake McKenzie would have would be a sick coach. 88 would either be like fucking probably Harrison Woods. Minus 99, weirdly enough, minus 99. Again, maybe I'm a homer, but the guy who was winning everything at minus 99 was my coach from back home.
Oh, let's go. Put him in.
The two fucking coaches. Every time there was like an ADCC open, Christian actually made it to day 2 of last trials, and he's 42 years old.
Fuck yeah.
He's the fucking man, dude. One time I got fucked up in practice, and I was like, this is all fucked, blah, blah, blah. And he just looked at me and said, put cement in your smoothie and shut the fuck up. He's just fucking old guy, but old school guy. He's a freak. Dude, he comes from freak athletic family. His sister is a 2-time Olympian in both summer and winter games.
That's insanity.
She's just like, I'm going to, like, they asked her, like, do you want to come for a workout? And she was like, sure. And she went and she did the bike. And they're like, oh, you're better than the team. And she was like, I'll try out. And then they put her on the team. So she does Summer Olympics, Winter Olympics. His brothers are all, like, strong as fuck. He apparently, I've heard from people that played with him, they're like, bro, the guy, like, didn't really care about football. He would just show up and just fucking stunt on people. He was supposed to go play D1. He played Canadian pro football.
Oh, shit.
He's, like, 43 years old now. He's fucking jacked. Strong and fast as shit. He might still have the
spot.
Yeah, he's the fucking man. Him or Corey Guitar is also really good. Corey's just not big. He's like 88. But those two guys consistently win still in those tournaments.
Sick.
So, yeah, shout out to Christian Simmerling from Rocky and Corey Guitar from 10th Planet. But yeah, dude, like those, yeah, it's still crazy. Made a kid to day 2, 42 years old.
Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck it. He just goes in. He's the fucking man. But, yeah, I guess that would be the fucking team.
That's sick. That's a good team still.
It's not bad. Canada is doing better.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah, like you said, Australasia. The trials were always like, they won the Oceania trials, put them with the guy who's going to win the bracket, you know? Mm-hmm. We got fucked, and then all of a sudden, like, Giles had that run at Absolute. Craig started making a name for himself, you know? And then the ADCC previous, Skinner beat AJ, and everyone's starting to be like, these fucking Asian and Aussie guys are like really starting to make a run. And now Levi and Lucas takes out Victor, and then Levi makes it to the finals.
Yeah. I saw a funny meme the other day, and it's actually true as fuck, because like everyone I watch from my game is Australian. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is this? But I saw a funny meme the other day. It's like, it was like the same like Islam thing, where it's like learn how to wrestle. Send your kid 2-3 years and forget. And it just showed pictures of like Levi, Lucas, Lachlan. And I was like, yeah, if you want a sick supine guard, I mean, those are the fucking guys.
Yeah. Ari too.
I think it was Jeremy. I think it was Jeremy Skinner was in the meme. Lachlan, Levi, Lucas, and Ario.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, that is the boys. Ben Hodge doesn't get enough shout out.
No.
Ben Hodge's guard is fucking great.
Yeah.
He's an ADCC veteran. I told him the other day, I was like, you need to be putting out DVDs. He's like, I can't be fucked.
He's the man. He's like,
I'm just going to go to the Bahamas, do acid, and go down a fucking
fly
water slide.
Pants guy, you know, just lives his best life.
Yeah, but then you drill with him, and he's like, oh, do this, this, and this. And you're like, oh, you're the fucking...
He's one of the guys that, when he's in B team, it's like every person in there is stupid if they don't ask him questions. Because he's got details from so many good guys that are, like, unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the fucking man.
We should have Ben on while he's here.
He would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, get some good content.
He's a guy that he fucking lives life, dude.
Yeah.
He's just like, I think he's going, I was texting Kieran the other day because I was just like, I want to go see Kieran. And I was like, I could go compete or I could fly out to Toronto. It might be fun just to go fucking show with Kieran in Toronto. He's like, Ben's coming to see me. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, this weekend. And I was like, maybe I'll talk to Ben.
That's fucking awesome.
Maybe I'll go to Toronto, meet him and Ben.
A couple of the boys.
Except they're going to party hard, and I do not party, so I'll probably have to give them the old fucking send-off, and I'll go to bed.
See him in the morning.
My God, yeah, we actually might get 0 training done. It'll just be them staying up till 4 and me just going to training alone.
Oh, Kieran's the man.
Yeah, I feel bad he can't come to America, but it seems like he's having a better time.
He's just traveling Europe.
He's just in fucking Europe with his wife.
Yeah, he's always like got a shirt half unbuttoned.
He's jacked right now.
Yeah, he looks great.
Bro, he told me he's 190.
Tan is what?
Yeah, he's 190.
Really? Mm-hmm. You're the man, Kieran.
He's like, fuck it, I got to 190. I was like, what the fuck? And then he just randomly sends me flora checks. Just different pictures of the fucking plants wherever he's traveling. He's like, flora update. And then it goes back to Star Wars memes and then flora update. I'm like, hell yeah, brother.
Every so often I'll get that message of like, Kieran Kitchuk sent you a reel from, and I'm like, this is going to be good. He just sends the best shit.
Bro, for weeks, me and him were obsessed with, I'm still obsessed with her or him or whatever the fuck she is. That Chapel Roan. Holy fuck, bro. Sorry, I don't know. It's fucking confusing to me, bro. Lady.
I don't think we'll make a clip of that one.
Well, I don't know. It's a fucking. I'm trying to be polite. Fuck, I'm turning into my dad. Yeah.
You can sing a song.
Oh my god, dude, fucking great. It was funny. We were like looking up because we have like the fucking Apple TV or whatever. You're looking up YouTube the other day. I forget we were looking up.
Oh yeah, and the YouTube had 2 suggestions when we put in C, and it was Chopper Reed and Chapel Roan. And for those who don't know who Chopper Reed is, I was showing Austin and Emily who Chopper Reed was. He was the most notorious criminal in Australian history, but he like became this like superstar of like, he was famous for just like killing bad dudes and torturing bad dudes. And then he was on government ads of like, if you beat women, you're going to be in a cell with a dude like me. And do you think you can fucking handle that?
Yeah.
He's the man. Well, he was the man. He passed away. But yeah, like he became mega famous from just being a bad dude.
Bro, he played Russian roulette.
On the news.
On a newscaster. He's like, you want to play? She's like, no. He spins it.
He was a psycho.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the history was that. But yeah, Kieran would just send me like different things where it's like.
I remember when you went to the football game and you came back singing the HOTTOG.
I thought it was
the football thing.
I thought it was a Longhorns chant. I was just running around HOTTOG. Yeah. And then Emily was like, you like that? Music? And I was like, I mean, it's the Longhorn song. She's like, no, it's not. She's like, how old are you? She gets so annoyed. She's like, you used to be young. Like 2 years ago, you were like young. And then I don't know what happened, and now you're just like a 50-year-old man.
That 3 appears at the start of your age. And
oh, my God, dude. I think that and B-Team took 5 years off my fucking life. More like 20. But no, I mean, yeah, I had no idea it was an actual fucking song. I'm just around here. Fucking. Some dude dressed like Sal's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you watch football?
Oh, well.
Fuck. But I guess we're going to, I mean, you're leaving again.
Yeah, we're going to try and bank a couple while I'm here. We have one banked already from back home. My friend Shane, who I think not quite as comedic an episode, but I think will be very insightful for people outside of Australia because he's an incredible artist, tattoo artist, and he does a lot of Aboriginal artwork. He's an Aboriginal man who is doing a lot of work for the Aboriginal community in his community and in the community of Adelaide. So he's a good, like an amazing guy, like super marathon runner and everything you can think of, he's done it. So I think that'll be a tonal shift, but definitely check that one out when it comes out soon because just give a little bit of a different look of some cool people from Adelaide. You know, it's a city I grew up in and I'm fortunate to know a bunch of cool people. Also go back and check out the Taylor episode. She's a mega special athlete from New Zealand and Adelaide.
That was a sick episode.
Yeah, she's cool. She's the best.
It was very good. It was especially good for, it was like an episode, like, I mean, it sounds fucking corny, but it was like an episode, like, it felt like I needed to listen to, like, at this time.
Yeah, she
was like, man, I'm thinking, because she was thinking about just not doing it anymore. She's like, I'm done.
Yeah, she was, like, kind enough to talk about the mental struggles of, like, getting to the elite level and then even reaching it and then afterwards, you know?
Yeah. Because how old is she?
Early 30s.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was like
forever, 20-something years before making it to the Olympics, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
There's no more dedication than that.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Yeah, I was listening to that and I was like, fuck yeah, that's what I needed.
Yeah.
Listen to that. But yeah, so yeah, you're going to go back on the road. You're getting like, I don't even know how to say this. You're getting like good little fucking interviews.
Yeah, I got some.
I'm over here with my dick in my hand asking fucking Chris Wojcik fucking. I'm just asking the boys fucking.
Yeah, just different people, different styles. Like we said that from the beginning. We're like, oh, it's going to be jiu-jitsu heavy, but we want to get some cool people on different stories, you know.
For sure.
Hopefully lining up some cool guys in the world of business and MMA guys and lots of cool people in Adelaide that I want to highlight.
Bro, I want to get Chase Hawk on.
Yes, we discussed this yesterday. We found out
I forgot he was from Austin. Chase Hawk was like a
Austin
professional.
local.
Yeah, he's a professional BMX rider I watched all the time when I was a kid, and I thought he was so sick. And then someone the other day was like, he's from here. And I was like, holy fuck, he is.
So we were going to be hunting that dude down.
And then they're like, he owns a bar like 2 blocks down from where we record. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, the last thing he wants is probably 2 fucking guys coming in like, hey, want to do our podcast, Chase? And he's like, who the fuck are you? But
Maybe he'll love it. Who knows?
That's true, man.
We just talk about old edits.
Yeah, because he was the fucking man. Yeah, so you're going to be gone. Yeah, you're going to be gone. You're going to be doing the same shit. I'll be holding it down here.
Yeah, it'll be some more split episodes, but hopefully we can bank a couple in here before I go. So maybe even move it up to 2 a week releases if we can. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
2 a week. You know what goes with 2 a week is someone fucking sponsoring us. That's what would help with 2 a week.
Yeah. Also, like and subscribe, because we are nearly at the point where Austin doesn't know this yet. I got the email just before we got here. We are officially YouTube partners.
What's that mean?
It means that we're on our way to working with YouTube and getting ads and things.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So, but the next step of that is reaching 1,000 subscribers. We're at nearly 800. So if we can hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, that would be a massive help.
You subscribe.
Yeah.
If you're listening and you're not subscribed, fucking do it. Press it.
But before we wrap up, Austin sent us. What's the end goal?
Fuck off. The end goal for me, I'm just kidding, is to get a sponsor for this fucking podcast. Subscribe, like and subscribe. Actually?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I ask everyone.
What is the old end goal? I think I actually had a really solid conversation with Sean McKeecher the other day, because I was telling him, I don't know, I get really fucking anxious and shit about like posting stuff and even like doing this stuff, and I was like, man, like all this stuff kind of weirds me out and stuff, and he was just like, well, what do you want from what the fuck you're doing? And I was like, that's a good question. He's like, because it doesn't even sound like you want, like you don't want a lot of followers, you don't want this, you don't want that. I was like, it's just been what I've been told to do as a jiu-jitsu athlete. And he said, well, what do you want in your life? And I was like, well, I think the end goal for me, what would make me super fucking happy is honestly like, I don't give a fuck if I make $1 doing jiu-jitsu, to be honest. And I've kind of had that realization where, like, I think when I was younger, I was like, it'd be cool to not have a job and do this. But I have a good job. I like my job. I have a good wife. My life is fucking sick. I'm super grateful, especially from who I used to be to who I am now with, like, being sober and all that shit. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, just being sober and all that stuff. Like, my life is pretty sick, and I have a good group of people with me. And I don't give a fuck if I make $1 out of jiu-jitsu. I just want to see how good I can get. So I think the end goal is, even if I end up continue twisting wrenches and I like my job, if I can see what my full potential brings. And if I can, at the end of the day, look back and see a bunch of gold medals, that's awesome. If I end up looking back and seeing all the friendships I made, that's cool too. But I just want to know I fully fucking tried at this. You know what I mean?
Sick. So, that was a great answer. For someone who didn't want to answer the question, that was fucking...
I feel like Frank the Tank in old school. I fucking blacked out, dude. I don't fucking know. What about you? What's the end goal now? Because you're doing big shit right now.
What's the end goal now? The end goal now is to be undeniable one of the greatest to ever do it.
Fuck yeah, dude. You hear that?
And then the end goal from there is to become one of the greatest coaches of all time. I want to move on, especially... You know, I've got hopefully a few more ADCCs and things in me.
For sure.
You know, I'm still sub 30. I'm 28, so...
You got 7 years to your prime.
When I'm ready, you know, when I'm ready to take that step back, coach, particularly kids into adulthood, to reach their potential, and whether they want to compete or not, I would just like to help people, you know, especially young people. Hopefully that would be in Adelaide too, help the people of the community that helped me so much.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
There you go. All right.
Subscribe.
Fuckers.
Please.
Give us some fucking money.